doing today is basically what I do every time. Sorry, itchy nose. Except today I'm kind of used to a different background. Hold on. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. This is just like a different part of my bedroom, and I'm sitting in front of my dresser. My phone is propped on my dresser. I'm just gonna be going through my socks today. I really need to organize my socks and like get rid of a whole bunch of them because I don't wear a ton of socks. Especially in the summer, I like always wear open-toed shoes. I always wear sandals. And I just have a lot of socks. So like it's like once a year I go through all of them and get rid of a good portion. So I just have a little bag right here. If they have like holes, which most of mine don't, but if they have holes or just look really old, I'll like use them as rags or toss them. Oh, wrong drawer. But if they, look okay, then I just go ahead and like donate them, or I like list them for free on Facebook Marketplace to somebody that might need them. So I have my little handy dandy Walmart sack. Sorry, the crinklies are loud. That's like my least favorite thing about like unboxing videos is I hate when people have to like remove all the crinkly plastic packaging. It pisses me off so bad. So yeah, we'll just get into it. Damn, first pair, I'm already like, should I get rid of these pair of fuzzy socks? I like fuzzy socks in the winter, so I'll probably hang on to most of my fuzzy socks. Anywho, I haven't been regularly uploading for quite a while. Several reasons for that. I've been very busy. That just happens in life. You get busy. Got my 2 toddlers, and they're growing every day, and we're kind of going through a rough patch with my 3-year-old. That boy's just got an attitude on him that is completely unwarranted, and I don't know what's causing it. It's just like a developmental leap, I'm sure, but he used to be like the most mild-mannered, sweet little boy pretty much until his 3rd birthday, and then he kind of turned into a monster. So that's been something that we've been dealing with. Sorry, I dropped a sock. I try to gentle parent when I can, but sometimes that boy needs his little butt spanked, so you gotta do what you gotta do to like get his attention. Obviously I don't beat my children. Our other one, he'll be 2 at the end of August, and I haven't even spanked him yet. I waited until I think my oldest was like 2.5 before I started to give him like a pop on the butt. And again, I don't do it to hurt him. I do it to get his attention, because sometimes he can just be losing his mind. Jesus Christ, Meatloaf. My cat just jumped on top of my dresser, and I know he's about to be an issue. I just do it to get his attention, so he can look at me, and we can try to figure out what is upsetting him and how we can resolve it, and X, Y, and Z. He's just been since he woke up this morning in a bad mood, so we've just been dealing with that. Well, I've been dealing with that. My husband's at work. So yeah, it's been tough, and of course my husband's a truck driver, so he's not home for most of the week. So when he is home, he's kind of torn between like, do I have to step in and be mean dad, or can I just relax with the kids? And he is a wonderful father, and when my son does need parented, like if I'm doing something like cooking dinner, if I'm doing something with our other child, or if I'm just kind of over it for the day, if it's been like an all-day thing, he'll definitely step in and just straighten him out, talk to him, get on his level and talk to him, and if he has to go in timeout, then he has to go in timeout, and everything else. So but that's not but like 1 or 2 days a week, and there are some weeks where it feels like every day. We went to part of this is probably going to just be soft spoken. We went to Kohl's today. My husband's birthday is coming up. It's on the 12th of August. So we went to Kohl's just to maybe, I just wanted to get kind of an idea of what to get him for his birthday. He is the hardest person I've ever had to shop for in my entire life. He's just the kind of fellow that when he wants something, he'll just go out and get it regardless of like if it's around his birthday or Christmas or, another holiday where you exchange gifts. Oh my God, one of my kids. Meatloaf. How about you knock it off? He's just knocking, I don't even know it off my dresser. I found one of my kids' baby songs. Look how tiny. Oh, that's cute. I thought, as my kids grow out of their clothes, I, take the ones that they've grown out of and I put them away. I don't know how that ended up in my dresser, but that was cute. Anyways, so he can be really tough to shop for in the regard of he'll just go get it regardless of what time of year it is or anything else. So he's also been losing a good amount of weight. So I have been buying him like a couple new shirts here and there. We went on a vacation. We went to see my family, which I guess is like a vacation, but we just like stayed with my dad and hung out with him for the most part, which is a vacation to me, but maybe not by most people's standards. Anyway, so I bought him a couple of new shirts and a pair of shorts, and then he bought some more shorts while we were down there, and so he has some clothes, but I found this really, really nice green sweater, and of course it's not going to be cold for a while. I don't even know whose these socks are. Like, a lot of these have to be my husband's, and I don't know how they got in here. And he won't be able to wear a sweater for a while, but I decided to get him one anyways because it was super nice and it was on a good sale. So I got him that, and then Meatloaf, knock it off. What are you trying to knock one of my rings off my dresser? Normally I have all my jewelry and stuff put up, but I think I wore that one kind of recently, so it's still sitting out. Anyways, got him that nice sweater. And my oldest son just would not stop. It was just a fit throwing kind of day because they had some really cute shoes on sale. And I was like, oh man, I've been looking for like a cute pair of Mary Janes because like they're kind of dressy, but not too much. And they would go with almost everything that I have. And I've wanted some for a really long time. So I'm trying to try these shoes on. And he just won't stop. And he was being loud about it too, which was really getting to me because it makes me feel like people are looking at me like, oh, can't you contain your child? And the answer is yes, but it can just be tough when you're out in public because it's like, do I get down and do I give him a swat on the butt and then he just cries louder? Or do I just try to like tell him, hey, you're not being nice. We need to be quiet. There are other people in here trying to shop and you're making it hard for them. So I try that and it just doesn't work, which is annoying. But I hate when I have like a whole bunch like of similar looking socks, but they're not actual like matching socks. Drives me crazy. Anyways, so he was just doing that, and I just was trying my darndest, and he just was not caring. So I told him, I was like, well, honey, if you don't start behaving, we're just going to turn around and leave. Like, you're not being nice, and I'm not going to deal with this anymore. We'll just go home. Because I even stopped at Starbucks, and I wanted to get a lemonade, so I got a lemonade. And then I got him and our other son a little chocolate cake pop. And my youngest boy has been really good. He's just been like a total sweetheart lately. The first several months of his life, he was a total a-hole. So it's nice now that he's almost 2 that he's finally not afraid to be sweet. Let me check my kid's baby monitor. He's been waking up at least once a night. Usually just once, sometimes more, but usually just once. We're potty training, and he has a big boy bed, so of course he can just crawl out of. Oh my god, another baby sock. So he can just crawl out of it. And it's just been taxing. I'm not getting enough sleep because I'm getting up, and I just lately have been having problems like winding down to get to sleep. Like, I'll be tired, my body will be tired, my mind will be tired, but then my mind just keeps going. And I try like breathing techniques and stuff, and then I'm like, this is so dumb. Why can't I just fall asleep anymore? Because I used to never have an issue falling asleep, not until I had kids. And it's just a pain in my butt. So I got all that going on. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. So yeah, it's just been a lot. So I thought he was maybe tired today, but he's upstairs in his room being kind of a butt crusty, so I guess we'll see. Anyways, though, I don't remember exactly how I segued into this, but yeah, going in for my husband to go shopping. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, he was being a butt crusty, and then our youngest son pooped his pants, so we had to leave. Thankfully, we live about 3 blocks away from Kohl's, so it was very quick and easy to get home to rectify things. Hello, Meatloaf. My cats like to play with socks, so he can have a couple of them as a little plaything. Yeah, I'm just having a tough time. My husband likes golf, and he plays the guitar. He has an electric guitar. He has started to enjoy working on cars. I say working on cars, fixing our old van that we bought, but he likes it. What else? He likes to read, but like all that kind of stuff, he has every accessory he would need for his guitar. His guitar is new, so like I don't really need to go out and buy him another one or anything because this one's still really new. And like I said, he has all the accessories for it. Extra strings. We just bought a whole bunch of cool picks. He has a really nice tuner for it. I recently bought him 2 different books of like chords and notes and all that other stuff. So he's got all that. And him and I just read such different books too that like I can't just go out and be like, oh, I like this book, so I'm gonna buy it for him or whatever. So that kind of stuff, like we just let each other get our own things, So yeah, I don't know. I'm just having a tough time. And I thought about maybe just getting him like one of those giant like packages, like a care package of like all sorts of different snacks from Amazon. Not as his like entire thing, but he's like on a super strict diet right now. I am also on a diet, not nearly as strict, but he had some like high cholesterol. It's like it was nothing to be worried about, but his doctor's like, yeah, you're young, so let's just get a handle on this while we can. So he's just been wanting to lose weight for a long time anyways. And he does a really good job at it. I mean, he can stay really consistent, but I told him, I was like, well, this time, I will do it with you. I could obviously stand to lose a substantial amount of weight, and I've wanted to for an extremely long time as well, and I just have had a hard time. But we're doing it together. He's doing it a little bit more strict than I am, but 5 days out of the week, he's eating on the truck, and it's just different. But we've both been losing weight. Oh my god, another little baby suck. So, I'm just glad that we're doing it together, and I'm actually like taking things kind of seriously this time. We're investing in a treadmill very soon. Or no, we're not. We decided instead of a treadmill, he's just gonna get me a Genesis. Genesis is only like a block away from our house, and they have free 2-hour childcare when you're in the gym. So I would be able to drop my kids off in the little daycare center there while I go to the gym. There's the whole gym to use. They have a pool, they have a hot tub and a sauna, all that fun stuff. So he would also get one, but since he's only home 2 days a week, it's like $3 for a day pass. So then we figured we'd probably go to the gym together once, and then like Sunday would be everybody's like rest day. So that's just kind of the plan. But also, my oldest at the very beginning, it's like September 2nd, he starts preschool. So for 3 days a week, half days, he's going to be at preschool, which is also just a block away from our house in another direction. It's very handy that these things are all very close by for us. So that would be nice, because then I could just drop my youngest son off. You're right, Meatloaf. You okay? What was that? He was just itching his ear, and he made like this super weird noise. Anywho. So then, yeah, my youngest could still, play and interact with other little kids and all that fun stuff. I do want to take some, and I guarantee it won't be there a full 2 hours. I'll probably be there for like an hour, warm up, work out hard, cool down, take my fat ass home and take a shower before I have to go pick my son up from school. Anyways, though, yeah, that's the plan right now. So whole bunch of stuff going on. Sorry, I'm like super scatterbrained because I'm like trying to deal with these socks. But yeah, that's the only thing that's like kind of new in my life. Like I said, I haven't made videos consistently. I just haven't had a ton of time. I've just been busy with a lot of stuff, and I also just haven't really wanted to. I haven't had a drive to do it. I've been learning to play the kalimba. And I just had like a little 7-key one, and my husband surprised me and bought me a 17-key one with a big book of like different songs and stuff. So I haven't really had time to do that either, but I've been trying. I have been trying. So I'm probably going to do that after I'm done with this video and these socks, just because I haven't had time to hardly even look at the new one. There's just a random glove. But yeah, I didn't know when I would be filming a video again, so I just kind of wanted to get in here and at least put something up, and I just want you guys to know I didn't forget any of you. I think about you guys often. I just have had a lot going on. Boy, about to piss me off. I love my kids so much, and I think that's their saving grace, is because I love them so much. I'm willing to put up with all the BS that they pull on me. I guess that's just what being a parent is. You just love your little offspring so much that you just let them do what they gotta do. Do these socks match? That's the question of the day. I think they do. I'm actually about done with this, which is kind of nice. I really didn't want to do this, but I knew it needed to be done. Okay, cool. So I got a whole bag of socks that I'm getting rid of. I have a few more over here that didn't have matches. I wish I knew where this matching like fuzzy sock is. It's like one of those fuzzy socks that has aloe in it. I really like those. Do any of these have matches? No. Cool. Alright, well that drastically reduced the amount of socks that I have. I love it. Oh Lord. Oh, raining socks. Good night, nurse. I do have a lot of family coming up here pretty soon. Oh my god, what else am I gonna draw? In about 2 weeks, a little over, like 2 weeks and some change. My mom is gonna come visit. She's gonna be here for 4 days. I'm gonna pick her up she's taking the train here. My mom does not drive in big cities, so she'll be taking the train here. I'll go pick her up in the morning. She used to take the train that stopped like 30 minutes away from our house, which was fine. But my husband's not going to be here when she gets here, and so I told her, I was like, well, if you stop there, you're going to be there at like 6 a.m., and the kids haven't been getting up until like 8, and then I'm going to have to like get them up, put a little bit of breakfast and milk in them, change them, get them dressed, then drive all the way there. I was like, so you're probably going to be there for a while, and you probably don't want to take an Uber to my house, so how about you just come to the train station here? Because even though it's only 30 minutes in a car, it's like another like hour 15 via train, just because the train station they were going to go to is a really popular one, so there's always people coming on and coming off and getting on and blah blah blah. So she went ahead and just bought tickets for the one here. I think she said she's going to get here, like her train arrives at 7:40. It's either 7:45 or 8:15, but either way I was like, oh yeah, I can totally make that work. Like I'm cool with that. Like that's all fine with me. So I'm excited for that. And then only for a day and a half, my sister's going to come visit, but that's the following week. It's going to be like 5 days after my mom leaves. And then about 10 days after that, my dad and my stepmom are coming up because it's our youngest's second birthday on August 31st. It's also their 11-year anniversary on the 30th, so there's just a lot of stuff going on in August, plus my husband's birthday is on the 12th, so there's a lot going on. And then I have 2 nieces, they're twins, and their older brother. Their birthday is on August 3rd. They all share the same birthday, which is kind of funny. And then my nephew, the twin girls are going to be 3. Their older brother is going to be 8. And then my other nephew is like mid-August, and he's also going to be 3. Me, one of my sisters, and one of my brothers, we all had kids within a couple months of each other. Kind of funny. So I gotta like send out some cards and stuff for them, which is like no big deal, but just, other things I gotta remember to do like here pretty soon. If you guys have any recommendations on what a 31-year-old hard to shop for man would like, please let me know. I feel like my husband's always disappointed in gifts that I give him. I love giving gifts, but it's more like the reasoning behind the gift that I like, and I think he more just likes the gift, which is perfectly fine. Because like for Valentine's Day, I would buy him like a little stuffed animal and other things, and he doesn't give a shit about stuffed animals, so that's kind of on me. I want to get him something that he's actually gonna like. I bought him like several watches throughout the year. His mom just bought him a new freaking wallet, so that's out of the question. Because he really likes that wallet. I was hoping he would hate it so I could buy him a better one. Yeah, I don't know. He's tough to shop for, and he has everything that he could probably ever want. So I'll do some digging and some looking and whatever else. And where did we just go the other day? Oh, we went to this cool place. It's called Merchant Square, and it's like this absolutely humongous building. Think like the size of a Walmart. It's like just this big, huge building, but it doesn't have. I mean, it has aisles, but everything in there, it's not like just how Walmart everything is like from Walmart. It's all like not necessarily Walmart brand, but you get what I'm saying. But everything in there are just different booths and different sellers, different merchants. There's like hundreds of them. So you could spend hours and hours and hours in there. That place is freaking awesome. So we were in there, and he took one kid and I took the other, and we were just perusing our way through and found some really cool stuff. I'm gonna take my mom there. Actually, that place is freaking cool. And I found a couple things there that I was like, oh, he might like that as a like a birthday gift. I don't know. And then I would like peek my head around the corner and see him looking at it, and then he would sit it down. So I'm like, okay, because I knew if he wanted it, he would have put it in the cart because he bought stuff that he wanted. I got a one-piece car air freshener, which I thought was pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, it's just so hard to shop for, but we live in a metro, so there's like no shortage of places to shop. The only issue is getting my children to behave and not crap their pants when I'm out in public. But at least I already asked him what he wanted for his meal and his dessert and stuff, and he already told me exactly what he wanted. And I was like, okay, perfect. At least I know I can do all that. Yeah, just gearing up for that. I got about 2 weeks until I'm busy for like the rest of the month. Oh, did you hear that? I just cracked my neck. Other than that, though, I read Sunrise on the Reaping, one of the Hunger Games books. I also had read the one previous. I read a Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I really liked the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I thought that book was damn good. Sunrise on the Reaping, I also liked it. It was like a fun read, but it read more like a fan fiction to me. Just because there were so many name drops and this and that, and I feel like the character, because it's from, if you are familiar with the Hunger Games at all, it's from Haymitch's, point of view in his Hunger Games. I just feel like that's not how he would have acted. I don't know. Who am I to say? Like I said, it was still an entertaining read. Like, I read it in 5 or 6 hours. It was a 400-page book, and I liked it a lot. So, anyways, yeah, super cool. And then I also just read the Heroine Diaries from Nikki Sixx. I'd read The Dirt a year or two ago, and I'd seen the movie. I'd seen Motley Crue in concert, and it was freaking awesome. I got into Motley Crue because I had watched The Dirt when it came out on Netflix. I was like, wow, this is kick-ass. Started listening to their music, and I was like, wow, this is good music. I really like this. And then my husband and I, not like obviously right after, but after our first child was born, we went to a concert, and it was Joan Jett, Poison, Def Leppard, Motley Crue, and that was super cool. We went to the one in Denver at Coors Field. That was super cool. We had really close seats and everything. That was a lot of fun. And then we came back, and it was like a year or two after that I'd read the book. Good read. It absolutely blew my socks off because I could not imagine somebody living like that, because I had a very sheltered childhood, and I'm just genuinely kind of a boring person. You know, I don't do drugs or anything. I'd like have a drink a couple times a year. So I was just like, wow, that's all of that is completely insane. Oh, my cats are where they're cuddling. That's cute. And so then my husband bought me the Heroin Diaries, like forever ago, and I just read it, and I read that in like a day too. It kind of reads like not like a comic book, you know, it's not like comics, but it's like journal entries, so it reads super quickly. And again, shocked me, just absolutely shocked me. I'm very happy Nikki Sixx is where he's at today, because that is insane. Also, rip Ozzy. That really sucks. That was upsetting. Anywho, so I've just been doing that recently too. I really like to read. I just have a hard time sometimes picking out a book that I'm going to be interested in. Yeah, I'm a tough person to pick books for too. So like my husband, he's actually pretty damn good at it. He's pretty good at picking books that I think I'm gonna like. Anywho though, that's pretty much it. This is about the normal length for one of my videos. So my son is standing up in his bed, just being a total a-hole. So I guess I'll see if he has to go potty, because we're also potty training right now. And I'll just go from there. I appreciate everybody watching and listening to me just talk about whatever. I'm sorry that I haven't had the passion for this lately. Hopefully that improves. We'll see, but I'm gonna try to at least do one a week. I have some other ideas of things that I want to do. I bought this like fun foam soap for my kids, and they don't really care about it. Like, they don't think it's fun like I do. But it's like I like it a lot, and I want to make a video with it, because I've made like a foamy soapy video before, but with like bar soap, but this like squirts out of a can and it's already foam. It's pretty cool. Sorry, my dog's over there just dreaming. Running. Both my cats are looking. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with him? So anywho, I'm gonna run, see what my 3-year-old is up to. So anyways, again, I appreciate you guys very, very much, and I hope you guys had a wonderful and safe weekend.